Hi everyone, today the topic of my presentation is From Temple Festivals to National Stage, the Evolution of Gezaixi and Taiwanese Cultural Identity. So what is Gezaixi? It is a form of folk theater that originated in southern Taiwan during the early 20th century, performed in Holo dialect, and it is developed from folk singing traditions into theatrical performances. So today we will explore how did Gezaixi evolve from a religious temple performance to a national cultural symbol, reflecting changes in Taiwan's politics, religion, and identity. First, let's begin with early temple performances from 1920s to 1930s. At this time, Taiwan was under early Japanese colonial rule. However, local religious festivals remained relatively autonomous. Temple festivals were the center of life, and folk religious belief dominated people's daily life. The representative play of this time is the story of Xue Pinggui and Wang Baochuan. It simply described that Xue Pinggui fights in distant lands, and Wang Baochuan waits faithfully for 18 years through hardship and poverty until they reunite. The play emphasized on loyalty, perseverance, and moral endurance mirrored and values cherished in rural communities. The religious storytelling served as a medium of spiritual reinforcement and communal solidarity. During the Japanese colonial period, at this time, Taiwan was under intensified Japanese rule. Local culture and religious practices were increasingly oppressed, and the colonial government prompted loyalty and moral obedience through education and performance censorship. The representative play is Hua Mulan Joins the Army. It simply tells the stories about Hua Mulan disguises herself as a man to take her father's place in the army, fighting bravely for the nation. The play survived for its loyalty and filial themes. Religious elements were removed and political messaging prioritized. Theater became a tool for colonial moral education. Then is the Kuomintang area and cultural marginalization. After 1945, the Kuomintang promoted a unified Chinese identity. Mandarin was enforced as the sole national language. Gezaixi was marginalized under Kuomintang language policies. And during this time, Peking opera was elevated as national theater, while Gezaixi was excluded from official support. But they still have some representative play, like the story of Qin Xianglian. In this story, Qin Xianglian, betrayed her husband, appeals to Judge Bao, who delivers justice. This play expresses Confucian values, loyalty, rightness, virtue, and it focused on legal justice over religious ritual. In this time, Gezaixi became a tool for ideological control. Then it comes to the nativist cultural revival. Taiwan's democratization and cultural awakening revealed interest in local traditions and languages. The nativist movement encouraged the revival temple festivals and Gezaixi. The Fairy of Penglai is the representative play at that time. Li Xuan, an immortal force to the human world, endures suffering and transforms into Iron Crutch Li, symbolizing spiritual resilience. The Fairy of Penglai revived Taoist mythology during Taiwan's democratization, and it focused ritual storytelling with modern staging and reasserted Taiwanese identity through cultural and political expression. Then, from 2000s to the present, is the contemporary innovation and global themes in the Gezaixi. Taiwanese theater has engaged with global issues like environment, social justice, and ethics. Gezaixi troops innovated by merging folklore, mythology, and contemporary concerns. It also shifted from ritual entertainment to cultural critique. As Chang said, traditional theater in Taiwan is not merely an artistic practice, but a political and religious field where different forces interact. And there are the two discussion questions. Thank you for your watching.